Hello, I'm Ken Fobb. This is NewsNet, Baton Rouge. Grab a tea or coffee as I go over with you headlines and news from our local area and region. A 15-year-old young man from Amite, Louisiana, died after football practice last week. According to the Amite Police Department, Terrence Allen was in the Amite High School football locker room after evening practice around 9 p.m. last Tuesday when he collapsed. Although emergency responders tried everything possible to revive him, he tragically died approximately 1 hour later at a local hospital. The Louisiana High School Athletic Association released a statement which in essence stated, "Its thoughts and prayers are with the Amite High School community and Terrence's family." At this point, there were and are no known medical conditions or trauma or foul play found to be the cause. However, the coroner will conduct additional tests to determine whether the heat or some unknown medical complications or substance may have contributed to the teen's unexpected death. A candlelight prayer vigil took place recently in the Amite, Louisiana community to mourn for and with his family, where everyone wore red and black, which were Terrence's favorite colors. In Baton Rouge, a 25-year-old man by the name of Jerome Harris was arrested after a brief police chase that began on the campus of LSU. LSU PD officers attempted to stop a vehicle for a stop sign violation near West Lakeshore Drive on Friday. When the vehicle attempted to elude the police officers, it nearly caused a collision. As the police officers pursued the vehicle, Mr. Harris threw a small bag of what was later determined to be marijuana out of his driver's side window. He turned onto South Stadium Road and ran another stop sign at the intersection. Officers were eventually able to stop and take him into custody at the intersection of South Stadium Road and Highland Road, at which time the arresting police officers discovered that there was an infant child in Mr. Harris's vehicle who was unrestrained at the time. Mr. Jerome Harris was arrested and booked into the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison for aggravated flight from officers, failure to have a proper child passenger restraint system in the vehicle, simple possession of 0.9 grams of marijuana, careless operation of his vehicle, and failure to stop at stop signs. In more recent legislative news, a bill that was passed and presented to the governor, which outlined the transition process for the proposed city of St. George, should voters approve a St. George split from the city of Baton Rouge, was vetoed by Governor John Bel Edwards on Friday. The governor explained his decision in a statement saying that last-minute amendments that were placed into the bill before its final passage by the legislature would have unfairly limited St. George's responsibility for its own liabilities, as well as other bond indebtedness for services that would benefit residents who would live in the proposed city of St. George, but to the detriment of Baton Rouge citizens. This would include critical funds that belong to the Baton Rouge Police Department headquarters. Minutes after the governor's veto of the bill, the Office of East Baton Rouge Parish Mayor President Sharon Weston Broom released a statement that in essence praised the governor for his veto decision. It is being argued that had the bill not been vetoed by the governor, it would have forced the city of Baton Rouge and the proposed city of St. George into unnecessary and expensive litigation on how to actually interpret those last-minute amendment provisions that are said to have been added without any prior notice or consultation between the various stakeholders. I will keep you posted with updates as this controversial story develops. So stay with me here at NewsNet Baton Rouge. Finally, some good news for some concerning the Baton Rouge Metro Airport. United Airlines will be adding nonstop flights from Baton Rouge to Austin, Texas, even as it adds more flight options for more than 40 college sports games across the country. One nonstop flight will be for the weekend of the LSU versus University of Texas football game on September the 7th. It will offer a flight from Baton Rouge to Austin on Friday, September 6th, with the return flight on that Sunday, September 8th. United Airlines also will be adding more seats from Baton Rouge to select game weekends for flights to and from Houston, Texas. Tickets can be purchased online at united.com. These have been headlines and news from our local area and region. I'm yours truly, Ken Fobb. I'll see you next time right here on NewsNet, Baton Rouge.